This is Fox 28 News at 10.
First on Fox, 3 young adults in Savannah shot and killed in the past 5 days, all of them younger than 25. One, a 17-year-old rapper who was killed Tuesday night here along Bull Street. Then a 20-year-old also killed Monday along Tibbet Avenue. And then here, a 23-year-old who was killed over the weekend near Iowa Street. Those shootings made for a very violent start to 2019 in Savannah. Needless to say, it's a trend that the DA's Youth Violence Intercept Director doesn't want to see continue. Fox 28's Brianna Trusty shows us what he hopes to do this year to keep kids on the right path. The Youth Violence Intercept program has been in place since 2014. Program staff recently moved into the Front Porch Community Center to be able to better connect the kids they're trying to reach. You know, violence, it happens everywhere, not just Savannah. Police in Rincon said a neighborhood dispute led to a home being shot at last night, and they say one of those bullets came within inches of hitting someone. It happened on West 7th Street just before 11. Investigators say they have been called to this home several times last year, and they say many verbal threats have been made against people who live there. They say those threats may have turned into action from someone in the neighborhood. They ask anyone with any information to please call the Rincon Police Department. There are more than 50 unsolved murder cases in Savannah in just the past 4 years. 2 years ago, the Savannah Police Department started the cold case unit to tackle these cases. A team of 4 detectives work on these cases in Savannah. It's not just homicides. They investigate sexual assaults, robberies, any crimes left unsolved. Savannah police say some cases are from 50 years ago. Now, in the 2 years the unit's been around, they haven't made any arrests, but they do keep working. The detectives work on multiple cases at a time and say getting test results, well, it can take months. They say the most important thing is getting input from the community.
And when the case come up with new developments and you have new evidence, you know, new technology that comes, DNA testing and other things that can help these cases out. So those guys try to apply those new things that come up to try to see if they can get some resolution in that case.
Going to get a little bit of video of you guys.
Coming up in the second half hour, we'll show you more and explain the other things involved in this unit, and you'll hear from the family of a man who was killed 4 years ago. That's a case that is still unsolved.
I'm going to be signing a national emergency. We're talking about an invasion of our country with drugs, with human traffickers, with all types of criminals and gangs.
The bipartisan funding bill isn't the only thing the president signed. As you just heard, he also declared a national emergency that could secure nearly $8 billion to build his border wall. So where would the money come from? Well, nearly $1.4 billion would come from the border security bill, $3.5 billion from the Pentagon construction budget, $600 million from the Treasury Department, and $2.5 billion will come from the Pentagon. But some lawmakers say this may have been a bad call. We'll hear from them later in the newscast, but first, let's talk about your weekend weather and head straight on over to Chief Forecaster Jason Fraser to find out what we can expect the rest of the night. Hey, Jason.
Sexual gratification from it, so it was something he did to please himself.
That Savannah detective is talking about a convicted serial killer, Samuel Little, who admitted to more than 90 murders. This is a map of all the cities he told police he killed. And he says 2 of those victims were from our area. Fox 28's Robert Catanese spoke with that detective who interviewed Little in his jail cell and District Attorney Meg Heap. Tonight, they say they have a picture of one of the victims and need your help to identify the mystery woman. All right, take another good look at this picture. This woman would have disappeared from our area sometime in 1984. If you have any idea who she might have been, contact Savannah Police. And coming up at 10:30, more on how detectives are investigating this case. And you know, the Savannah attacks aren't the only ones in Georgia. Little has confessed to 5 other murders in Georgia, which include 3 in Atlanta. As for South Carolina, Little confessed to killing a woman in Charleston back in 1978. Well, 28 middle school students in an Atlanta area didn't love this. School officials say they were taken to the hospital after eating Valentine's Day candy.
The school, they sent out a alert saying that something happened. They ate some type of snacks or something, I don't know.
Investigators say they don't know either. They don't know what was in that candy or what caused the sickness. They also say they're still trying to figure out if this was intentional or an accident, or if it involved drugs.
It shows us that we're going to have a tragedy here real shortly if we don't start addressing this issue.
We're talking about kitchen fires tonight. Folks in Burton have seen 3 of them in 1 week. We'll show you what to pay attention to so you don't have one in your home. Plus, an unusual police chase that you'll need to see to believe. We'll show you why feathers were flying on Ogeechee Road. Come on back.